Good afternoon, everyone. This is Katrina Wright, and I'm here with Christine Etheridge, and we are doing Kahoot in Style for our webinar today. I teach second grade general ed at Toller Elementary School. My available technology in my classroom is 4 student computers, and I have an iPad cart that is shared with the other second grade teachers, daily computer lab time, and we actually have 5 leap pads per second grade classroom. Christine teaches 4th grade ELA and social studies at Hillside Academy. Her available technology is 2 student computers in her classroom, a laptop cart shared with the other 4th grade teachers, and computer lab time as needed or is available.
Green box. Measure 2, get your
Okay, so the topic of this webinar is using Kahoot as a formative assessment. Several teachers have asked me, what is a Kahoot? Kahoot is a collection of questions on specific topics. They can be created by teachers, students, business people, and social users. They're asked in real time to an unlimited number of players. This is a way to create a social, fun, and game-like learning environment. Some misconceptions about Kahoot is that you can only take quizzes with Kahoot. Kahoot quizzes may usually be used as a formative assessment where the students can have fun practicing in the quiz while learning new information from the quiz as well. While the students are having fun, they're actually learning. I'm able to collect valuable student and classroom data about where the students are with their learning. One great feature of Kahoot is your ability to download a spreadsheet that may uncover any learning gaps that you're having in your classroom. And again, while a Kahoot may be used for quizzes, it can also be used to create discussions, quick polls, and surveys. This webinar will give teachers ideas and suggestions on how to create a fun learning game in a matter of minutes. This webinar aligns with the Empowered Learner IST Standard 1C, which states students will use technology to seek feedback that informs and improves their practice and to demonstrate their learning in a variety of ways. Of course, the GISD monthly focus for November-December is formative assessment with iPads, which fully aligns with this webinar. Currently, there are 3 types of Kahoot. You have the quiz, which is the most common type of Kahoot. You have the discussion, and you have the survey. The quiz here is a game-based approach to blended learning. There is no limit to the number of questions in a quiz. Each question can have an associated picture or video and 2 to 4 multiple choice answers. There must be at least 1 correct answer, and the time limit for each question can be individually set from 5 seconds to 2 minutes. Aside from being a great way to engage and focus a whole room of people, students and adults actually, quizzes can be used to formatively assess the knowledge of each individual in the class or in the room and adapt their learning accordingly. They can be used to track progress of individuals over time and to inspire learners to inquire further by creating their own quizzes. Players answer questions displayed at the front of the room on their personal device, motivated to answer correctly and score the most points. The faster someone answers a question correctly, the more points they get. The top 5 highest point scorers are displayed on the leaderboard at the front in between each question, and the ultimate winner is shown at the end. Results, including who answered what for each question, can be downloaded afterwards. The second type of Kahoot is the discussion, which was previously called the quick poll. Discussions are designed to facilitate a conversation. They are simply 1 quick question with no right or wrong answer, which can have an associated picture or video, and 2 to 4 alternative answers. They should be used to gather opinions on current affairs, divisive topics, or even ask, what should we do today? Once again, players answer the question on their personal device. There is still a time limit to answer within, but no points are involved. The collective results of the question are displayed at the front, acting as the basis for the discussion. The final type of Kahoot is called the survey. There are no limits to the number of questions in a survey. Each question can have an associated picture or video and 2 to 4 multiple choice answers. However, there are no right or wrong answers. They are just like traditional surveys, except questions are asked in real time to those present who answer on their personal devices. The results of each question can be debated there and then, and all survey results can be downloaded at the end. Although we are going to focus on the quiz portion of Kahoot because that really is a great tool for the formative assessment, I do want to quickly show you the discussion and survey elements of Kahoot before digging into the quiz. Just as an example, I created a quick discussion Kahoot and a quick survey Kahoot. So I'm going to go into my Kahoots. Okay, and for my discussion, I'm going to go into edit because I'm going to play in preview mode. So you can see what it actually looks like. Okay, so when you go to do the Kahoot, you will be given a pin. Okay, there are 2 ways to play. You can play classic, which is a one-to-one device if you're lucky enough to have that, or in my case with my classroom, I play team mode, where I group the students with their iPads 2 to 3 and they create a team name. Today I'm going to use the classic or one-to-one device view. So I'm going to click classic, and they are going to give me a pin. Okay, so my pin is 48509, and then you hit enter. Okay, I'm going to be B girl and go. Okay, I'm the only one in this Kahoot, of course, so I'm going to go ahead and press start. And again, this is preview mode. So this is the discussion. What is your favorite holiday and why? So students would turn to their table mate and decide which holiday they like the most. So I'm going to say Christmas, and notice that you can set the time on how long you want them to talk or choose. So I'm going to click Christmas. Okay. At the end, I only did one question. At the end, it shows you how everyone answers. Okay. So now that I've completed my answer, I would click next, and I'm done with that preview of my Kahoot. That was discussion. So next, I want to show you a quick survey. So I'm going to go back to my Kahoots. And for the survey, again, I'm going to do preview mode, favorite academic subjects. Something very basic. I'm going to save that and preview it. Okay, again, I'm just going to do one-to-one device, classic mode. It's going to give me a pin, just like last time. So we're going to pretend like I'm not on the same device. This is me at my desk using my phone. Okay, here is my pin, 427668. Hit enter. Okay, let's go. Okay. Again, so which of these is your favorite academic subject? So this is just a survey. So I love reading, so I'm just going to click reading. And it's a quick way to pull a group of people or your students. Okay, I only, again, chose one question. So it shows you your results. And that's a quick overview of the discussion and survey components of the Kahoot. Next, I would like to go into more detail with the actual quiz. Okay. So to create a Kahoot, the first thing you would do is type new Kahoot. You choose which type of Kahoot you would like. I'm going to do a quiz. Okay. My title is going to be action verbs. You are able to, if you have clip art that you want to put here, you are able to drag that from your desktop and add that in. You must have a title and a description. And I like to put my directions just right there with the title. Okay, and this description is basically the same thing. I'm stating students will choose the correct word in each, verb in each sentence. In order to move forward, you do have to choose an audience. I'm going to put school. And I'm going to go ahead and let's go. They always give you an option to add an image. I will show you in preview mode for the one that I made for my actual classroom once I show you how to actually add the questions. So I'm not going to add an image right now. Okay, so, and it can be as detailed or as simple as you want to. For my second graders, as we start action verbs, I'm going to start simple. So the question. Okay, so the sentence is John hopped in the car. I'm going to, from those words in the sentence, they're going to have to determine which word is the verb. For the correct one, I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark so that Kahoot knows that is the correct answer. So and in. Okay. Then again, if you want to have pictures for each question, you can do that. Then I'm going to go to my next question. You can also set the time limit. Because my students sometimes take a little bit longer to read, I like to do at least 20 seconds. If it's a math problem, a basic math fact, I would probably do less. So I'm going to add another question. Okay. Jose called his mom on his cell phone. Again, my answers are going to be, I'm going to choose words that are in the sentence. I check the correct answer. And remember, we're working with verbs. Okay. So that's a quick example. So there are two, you can add as many questions as you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one. And again, I'm going to preview it. Okay. Classic mode. Of course, I'll be the only one playing, but in your classroom, everyone would log in. I would definitely just discuss with them appropriate and inappropriate names, though. Okay, there is my pin. I'm going to enter a nickname. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and start. Okay. So I have to choose the verb in the sentence. I have to choose the color that matches the correct answer. So maybe I wasn't paying attention and I think John is the verb. So I'm going to choose the red triangle. It's John. Oh, uh-oh. It tells me that that was the incorrect answer, but it also lets me know that the correct answer was hot, that the verb in that sentence was hot. So they're learning, even when they get it incorrect, they are still learning as they play the game or as they do the lesson. So now I'm going to go next. Hopefully I do better next time. And that's my score. Uh-oh. Everyone's score will list the top 5 will be listed here. Okay, Jose called his mom on his cell phone. Oh, what is something I can actually do? He can't mom, he can't on, he can't phone. Oh, but he can call. So I know it's call. So I'm looking for the red triangle. And I did it in my allotted time. Oh, and I got it correct. And I answered in such a fashion that I got 757 points because of my speed. Okay. And then at the end, you just, in the Kahoot. It tells you overall, I won. If there were other players, they would be here too. But of course, I won. Now I can show you a completed Kahoot that I actually did with my class today. And they absolutely loved it. Sorry, I'm going to go to my Kahoots. Okay, here we go. And again, I keep forgetting I have to do edit mode. I mean, preview mode so that you can see. So I'm going to go to edit. It's always good to preview it before you put it up there. So I put them in teams to show them how to do it. We also did one as a whole group. So I'll show you how we did that as a classic. So just as always, I'm going to do my pin. Okay, 7, 7, 3, 4, 3, 3. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and start. And as you can see, I did choose clip art for each question, and it really didn't take me very long. Okay, so this is what they see on their device. Okay, the dog jumped in Adam's lap. Okay, so I have to determine which one of these is a verb. I'm hearing a majority choosing blue. Okay, so they got that one right. So far, we're making 100. They got that one correct. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. Okay, Jenny and Maria swam at the pool this summer. There's my picture. Okay, so I have swam, Jenny, pool, and summer. What is something I can do? I like to swim in the summer because I have a misconception of what a verb is. So I'm going to click summer. Uh-oh. They know immediately that they didn't get it correct. And again, it shows them the correct answer down here at the bottom. And so they know that the correct answer was swam. The verb was swam. They chose summer, and that was incorrect. So we have 673 points. Okay, the next question. Dante played with his remote control car. Again, I decided to use clip art because second graders especially love clip art. So I have to determine which one is the verb. What is something I can do? I can play. I know that I can play. So I'm going to choose green. Okay. But I need to get faster so that I can get more points for each question. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Oh, now I have 1,307 points. We also discussed place value when we did this lesson today. Hey, Xavier painted a red mask on his canvas. What is something that I can actually do? I can't mask, I can't red, I can paint. Okay, so this is what they see. This is on the big screen in front of the room. This is what they see. So I can paint. I'm going to choose paint. And next. Now I have we have 1,974 points. And here's our last question. Sean, Olivia, and Heaven went to the pumpkin patch. Again, I'm looking for the verb, something that I can do, but this is difficult because this is a form of the verb be. So they had trouble with that today. Some of them picked 2. So they chose the triangle today. But by them choosing the triangle, I knew I had to reteach the verb to be to my class just by their response here. So it shows that the correct answer was went, but I chose incorrectly. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And I'm finished. So it shows me, since I'm the only one playing, but I know that I have 3 out of 5, that I got 3 out of 5 correct. At the end of each Kahoot, and my students have really loved this today also, they were able to go to feedback and results. Okay, so this is what they see. So each one of them, or as a group or team, will get to rate that particular Kahoot. So if they loved it, which they did, they gave it 5 stars. So they clicked 5. Did you learn something? They told me, yes, they let me know that they not only did they learn something, but they learned even more when they got it incorrect, because we talked about why their answer was incorrect. So they learned a lot, even from making mistakes. Do you recommend it? They wanted to do this all afternoon. So they definitely recommended it. And how did they feel? They said they wish they had another face over here because they loved it so much, but we went with a happy face for this one. Okay. So those are then it tells you the final results, how many you got correct, how many incorrect, and the number of points. Okay, and then you're always able to go to a new game. And if you like it, which we did, you can choose it as a favorite. Okay. Are there any questions?
We got asked about if it's in Spanish, and I told them that you can do any of them. You can type in them in any language, but otherwise that's all.
Okay. Yes, you can use this in various languages. Just type the question as you would like it to appear, and do the same for your answers.
I think that's all.
Okay. If there are no other questions, Chris.
Wait just a second.
Oh,
because it's still finishing. It's still showing the first place thing. Let's say, are there any more questions one more time?
Does anyone have any questions?
Just tell them I'm putting a link on there for
Oh, okay.
credit.
And Chris is adding the link for you to click on to get credit for viewing this webinar.
All right, it's on.
Okay.
Just say thank you one more time.
Oh, thank you for joining us for our webinar today. We appreciate your time.
Just turn off the microphone and all that. Okay, go back to there. Stop.